The African Democratic Congress has been vocal about the perceived marginalization of the North in Nigeria's current administration. Led by President Bola Tinubu, the ADC accuses Tinubu's administration of prioritizing political panic management over meaningful efforts to address the North's marginalization. Now, they also argue that recent appointments targeting Northern figures are mere consolation prizes rather than sincere attempts at inclusion. Well, joining me to discuss this is Dr. Auwal Abdullahi, is a political analyst, and also Jamilu Charanchi is the National Coordinator Coalition of Northern Groups. Gentlemen, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
All right, let me start with you, Mr. Jamilu. Do you think that this current administration, in terms of its appointment, policy initiatives, infrastructural development, do you think that it's marginalizing a region? Do you think it's widespread? Do you think it's fair?
Actually, good evening, Nigerians. Actually, you see, Nigerians, there is a saying that there is always this point in Nigeria that whenever somebody from a region is leading the country, the other group will actually cry for marginalization. But the truth is that if you are going to look into the indices and the figures carefully under Bola Tinubu's administration, at the assumption of the administration, I believe that Nigerians will agree with me that there is a sense of marginalization, especially in terms of the appointments, whereby the lucrative ministries and agencies have been taken by Southerners, in particularly, I can say by the Southwest, and some other appointments remains in the northern part of the country. And the key argument here today is the issue of road construction, whereby I even see the Minister of Works and Housing, whereby he issued a statement claiming that what Congress said is not right and unjust, and he just saying it for political purposes. Well, let me set the record very clear that what the minister was trying to identify, I don't think it is right, because he was just trying to do some maneuver in his statement, whereby what in each and every road where is being dualized, the minister just will try and convert the kilometers of this of the first lane and will convert another kilometer of the second lane. Then he will just merge them together. But I doubt much if there is any road in this country that will amount to almost 14 to 15 trillion in this country. I doubt much. And I doubt much if there is any road construction that is ongoing in the northern part of the country that at least will match up to the standard of Second Niger Bridge. All these petty roads that have been constructed in the northern part of the country cannot engulf such amount of money being engulfed by either Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. The highest project or road construction in the northern part of the country is Sokoto-Badagry Road. And this Sokoto-Badagry Road, you cannot attribute this construction of this road particularly to the northern part of the country, because it's northern part of the country versus southern part of the country. So it has to be 50-50, whatever it is. And in terms of marginalization, let's quickly review the appointment being made by President Bola Tinubu. Let's take, for instance, the key ministries and other agencies that have been, Nigerians are always eyeing on them, especially the politicians. If you take the Ministry of Finance, Education, FIRS, CBN, SSS, Immigration, and lots more. All these are owned by Southerners. Then what do you think that is left for either the northern part of the country or for the rest of even the part of the country? So if we are crying for marginalization, then definitely I think it is true. But what I'm seeing is that maybe likely President Bola Tinubu has listened to the cry of Nigerians, and he's trying to make some amendments, especially with the recent appointment he's making in the country. It's like he's trying to consider both of the country, whether it is political or not political, whatever it is, the Nigerians has cried, and President is listening to the cry. And this is a very good initiative, and that's how leaders are supposed to be in each part of the country.
All right. All right, thank you so much. Dr. Abdullahi, I would like to take this from the angle of what the former Kano State Governor, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, allege, that the Tinubu administration is marginalizing the North, citing the region's significant contribution to his electoral victory. The former governor claims that have been backed by Northern socio-political groups in recent, groups like Arewa Consultative Forum. But where I want to pick is this. Do you think there's any credibility to what the former governor of, Kano State has said, that the current administration isn't fair when it comes to its workings, across the country? Do you think the North, where you're from, is marginalized?
Well, thank you very much for having me once again. And like I have always said, I'm a nationalist, but of course, apart from being a nationalist, I am from the North. So therefore, I'm a Northerner first before I am a Nigerian. So when it comes to the issue that bothers from Nigeria and by extension, Northern Nigeria, of course, I will speak in favor of the North and Northerners. That there's no two ways about that. After saying so, there are political statements, there are administrative statements, there are equally factual statements. These are three different categories of statement that you can deduct from the statement made by former governor of Kano State and also former Minister of Defense, Dr. Rabiu Musa Okonkosu. You can break down the statement he made into three categories. First, the political angle to it. Second, administrative angle to it. And the third one, the factual fact out of the statement. In whatever way you want to look at it, he has simply put a challenge, and he has also tried to open up the eyes of Northerners, and he has also...
I'm sorry to interrupt you. You gave three angles to this analysis. I mean, for the sake of our time, yes, we are interested more in the factual facts of what he has said. So let's get straight to it. What are the facts?
Well, the fact remains that North is being... we've had a lot of backsliding when it comes to issue of infrastructural development under the present administration. That is a fact that nobody will run away from. Now, take the coastal road, Lagos Calabar project, and just like Charanchi have rightly tried to also portray the issue of the bridge. There are so many things that North is entitled. First and foremost, the bulk votes that brought President Bola Tinubu into power today come from the northern Nigeria, not even from the southern or eastern part of the country or the Niger Delta zone. The bulk votes that made him to be president today come from North. So Northerners are expecting a return project 70 or 65% or 60% of project under Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. Northerners were expecting that it should come to the north, just like when Muhammadu Buhari becomes Nigeria's president, in collaboration with southern votes. He tried to become president 3 different times. He has a massive vote from the north, but he was unable to become president until when there is that merger and collaboration with the southern part of the country, and they brought in their vote that he becomes Nigeria's president. And that was why he concentrated in giving back to the southern part of the country what he called, thank you for giving me the opportunity, even though I have the massive vote from north, but I didn't make the seat of the president until you come to partner with me or partner with North that I become president. So I am saying thank you by giving you lucrative, sensitive appointment and also concentrating a lot of infrastructural development on that region. It is not because he does not love the North, but because a northerner in power is always fair in his thinking, fair in his deliberation, fair in his action. That is not to say that the president
I want to come in here because you said something.
You said something. That when it comes to governance and leadership, and when it comes to infrastructural development, the North was expecting 60% of whatever infrastructure that the present administration has.
60%. Sorry, you said the North was expecting 60% of whatever infrastructure plans the current administration has. Why do you think that should be?
Recap that again.
You said the North was expecting 60% of whatever infrastructure plans the administration has. Why do you think that should be?
Of course, in terms of first, we had a rail project that Muhammadu Buhari initiated that has not been completed. 2 years down the line, we are still on. We are not hearing much about it. There is the dredging of the River Niger and Benue. That is the battle. We are not hearing much about it. We have the Ajakuta Steel Rolling Mill, Ajakuta Steel Company. That much is not being done about it. We have the Mambila Electricity Project. We don't really know where we are or what is really happening on that.
All right.
We have other road infrastructure that we needed it to be on. That is also is still on the line. And also talking about appointments, like Charanchi tried to also express. Yes, we agree that there are certain level of appointment that was given to Northerners. Yes, we agree that those also the ministries are good. Take, for example, the ministers of defense, Minister of Defense and Minister of State for Defense. These are very good ministries.
I'm sorry. I know you have a lot to say, but we are trying to manage time here. I know you have a lot to say, but maybe I should just direct this question to Jamilu. Mr. Jamilu, Dr. Abdullahi said something. He said the North, contributes the bulk votes when it comes to elections. But some Nigerians are beginning to question that, given the fact that, look, let's even start from our, will I call it census right now. There's no pretty much, recent figures to say, okay, this is the exact number that we are as a nation. And for that reason, some of this, will I call it assertions, may not be fact-based. So I would like you to speak on the influence. Do you think the North truly contributes, when it comes to the election circle of this country, do you think they really contribute to the bulk, or it's just basically exaggerated? And he also said something about 60% of whatever policies or projects the current administration should have gone to the North. Some Nigerians will say that's a pure sense of entitlement. Do you think that there's credibility to this? In 30 seconds, sir.
Well, you see, actually, what I'm just going to say first and foremost is that election is not determined by the number of citizens, but it is determined by the number of votes cast. And the number of votes cast are always very clear. The politician cannot even allow anything that will hide that. So we have seen how Katsina contributed, how Kaduna contributed, how Bauchi contributed, and how Sokoto contributed. They have given the large chunk of the votes to President Bola Tinubu, and the statistic is there. Go to INEC, you get it. Those also contribute over 60% of Tinubu's success to become the president of the country. Tinubu failed Lagos, but he failed Lagos and won other northern states. And the northern states contributed immensely to the vote because, if, for instance, let me just give you an example. Katsina, I think we have almost over a million registered voters in Katsina state. Not even 1 million. It's over 2 million registered voters in Katsina state. Go to Bauchi, you will find out that they have over 1 million registered voters in Bauchi state. Despite the fact that you didn't expect anybody to cast a vote on that very day, but I believe that a significant number of people will cast that vote. So after everything, there will be a coalition. After the coalition, then it will determine each state the number of votes that those states contributed. I don't think there is any Nigerian, or not only Nigerians, I don't think there is anybody in the world that will argue that Nose contributed immensely towards the success of President Bola Tinubu. Even Bola Tinubu himself attests to that. And I believe that even his cabinet will attest to that Nose has contributed, and Nose has been contributing immensely. In fact, no president of Nigeria that has won this election so far from the history without the immense contribution of the northern part of the country. I think this is not even a point that we're going to argue on it. Those have contributed immensely to the victories of Bola Tinubu.
All right.
Then, secondly, on the other page, that no deserve a yes.
Just in 30 seconds, because we are really pressed for time. 60% of projects should have gone to the North. Do you think that should be the case, or is just a pure sense of entitlement?
Yes, now, because politics is all about payback. You give me your vote, then this is what I'm going to give you. You give me your vote, this is what I'm going to give you. You refuse to give me your vote, then this is not. I'm going to deny you this. Despite the fact that that is not how it should be constitutionally, but politically that is how it's supposed to be. If you contributed immensely, then you are expected to be rewarded immensely. As Dr. Auwal said already, that's why President Buhari decided to favor southern part of the country even better than the northern part of the country. Today we are expecting that Abuja, Kaduna, Kano Highway should be completed, but still it's uncompleted. And we are not saying anything about it, despite the fact that in fact, Nose created Buhari's candidacy. Nose have been backing up Buhari's presidency, candidacy, up to the time that Buhari becomes a president of the country. But at the end of the day, still we are battling to have Abuja, Kaduna, Kano.
All right, I'm sorry, gentlemen. We really need to go right now. Dr. Auwal Abdullahi, thank you so much for your time. I'd also like to say a big thank you to Mr. Jamilu Charanchi. It's been a pleasure having you gentlemen on the program this evening. Thank you so much. Well, at this point, this is where we drop the curtains. In case you missed out, you can catch up on our YouTube platform. That's at News Central TV. You can also choose to follow us across social media. The handle is there on your screen. You can choose to follow me personally at Dakbo at Digboye. Until I come your way tomorrow, good night.